Hi guys. So I was going to do this live, but we have had 2 power outages this morning. So just to be certain, plus I'm actually expecting a phone call from a elderly friend that lives on the East Coast. I'm going to do it like this. I may have to stop at some point and take a phone call. Hopefully not. But I just wanted to talk to you before we go into this week of Soul Path, because this is going to be very important information. This is, the Soul Path videos are those that you probably will go back to again and again and again to get more energy, more information, more downloads from the universe. And I feel like it's important that you understand that they are not at all in any way, shape, or form tied to a specific time or space. Some of the information that may be in there may be for right now. Some of it that may come in, you may get a spark and be like, oh, I've got to go back and watch that because I feel like it's coming in right now, okay, which is later. Now, when we talk about Kundalini, okay, most people go, oh, my spine, my root, from my root chakra to up, through my crown chakra. And we need to hear this. Okay, yes, that is a part of it. The energies are very activated by our vagus nerve. Okay, and I do talk in my micronutrient happiness book in the, let's see, the chapter is Stimulate Your Body. Okay, all about that vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve actually is the longest nerve of your central nervous system. It does connect to the brain and all of your organs. And if you've had any sort of like gastric, gallbladder, those kind of surgeries, oftentimes you can end up having your vagus nerve severed. And so then you have to work harder to get the flow of energy throughout your body. When I'm working with my wellness clients, I will teach them, to go into journey space, to meditate, to sing, to hum, to use vibration plates, all of these things that can help us to stimulate, okay, the vagus nerve. Yeah, we've got some interesting characters coming into my brain today. As well, okay, it is not necessarily attached to that nerve, but that nerve does definitely work with the flow of the energy channel. Now, if you think about your energy body and your physical body, okay, they are intertwined in many different ways. Now, we have the physical body, right? We have the pineal gland. We've got, the thyroid glands. We've got adrenals. There's all these different things, including that vagus nerve, that are part of that physical energy system, okay? Then we have the chakras, okay? Now, it's really funny. We mainly focus on the 7 chakras. And in Celtic shamanism, they actually focus on, as far as the body goes, 3 centers. Okay, but I talk about in my Exploring Aromatherapy book the fact that there are over 114 chakras, okay, that we know of in the body, and I'm saying know of, all right? And it's funny because Spirit had me pull out my book, and it's really interesting because I channel my books. So I don't even remember, just like when I do your readings, I don't remember a lot of things, right? And so I was writing about the chakras. I have 2 chapters of chakras in here. And I was talking about the pineal. And I was talking about the pineal or eyebrow chakra. Obviously is out of balance when you can't hit your intuition no matter what you do. You're impulsive, lack common sense, are stuck in old memories, or lose an ability to remember, become over-analytical, or lacking faith. You can be very judgmental of others and yourself when out of balance in your third eye. And forget sleep when you aren't producing enough melatonin. And when you do sleep, your dreams aren't what you desire. Frankincense is my go-to oil for this area, but I love vetiver, rosemary, sandalwood, cypress, clary sage, juniper, helichrysum, patchouli, and for deeply rooted pain, marjoram. Now this part I don't remember writing whatsoever. When your moon chakra, I've never called this center your moon chakra before. Apparently it is. Okay, so if you're watching your moon readings and you're picking up on any of this information, okay, this is the center for it. Your moon chakra is out of balance. You will have physical and mental fatigue. It can impact your ability to see what is happening, feel out of harmony, lack clarity and balance. Hyperactive and nervous, struggling with your psychic and spiritual health. This is the chakra with the most oomph for gaining vitality. Similar to the oil for the eyebrow center, the moon center offers some amazing energy, although it often sleeps. When it is awakened, it will really begin to flow, opening up streams of cosmic creativity. Okay, those streams are very attached to your Kundalini. When struggling to sleep, you can gently massage this chakra with soft circular motions, envisioning the geometric vibration as it opens up to harmony and quiet. Yeah, I honestly did not write that at all. Okay. Now, like I said, there are actually 114 chakras in the body. When we practice the postures in sun salutation, it is designed to impact all the vital chakras and open you up for energy reception throughout the day. 2 of the 114, did you see that flash? 2 of the 114 chakras are outside our own physiological framework. These are the points where the energy channels the body. These energy channels are called nadis, and there are 72,000 nadis, I don't know, 72,000 in our body. Since we could not cover all of that in this, we will go lightly beyond the 8 that we've already discussed, and I go into those. Now, what is energy? It is energy about receiving or manifesting or abundance. Let's talk about what receiving really means. To receive is simply to connect with energy. I can hand you a paper and you would receive it. Simple. Just like the tangible paper, spiritual or abundant or say manifested energy is no less real than any other energy, like electricity, for example, but is vastly more important and easier to connect with. Okay? So, what I really loved, I wrote about how medical medium, and a lot of his stuff I think is just hooey sell shit. But he said that God is the highest power, which is called love. And I agree with that highest power that we are connecting to, that universal power, is love. And so higher energy always stems from love. And in the English language, heal and holy come from the same root. How amazing is that? So love is essential to our wellness energy. Okay. So, all right. Moon chakras, all of that crazy. So we have those chakras throughout our body. They are connected to the meridians, which are tapped into the nadis, okay, which taps into the Kundalini energy, which taps into our aura, which taps into the etheric energy. Okay, so it's all stemming from within to, I don't want to say without, but the space where there is no containment, okay, because your soul space has zero containment. There is no containment of the soul space, okay. So let's talk about what I've channeled about the Kundalini. Okay, so the Kundalini takes 12 planes of energy that are intersecting in our body, and they all triangulate into a 13th plane, okay? And that 13th plane is the connector, okay, between our life, our reality, and our energetic being. Now, the first Kundalini center is what we call the soul body, or what I call the pink chakra. Okay, it is the soul heart, and it is where the soul communicates love and life force to the body and the mind. Okay, the second Kundalini center is positive mind. Okay, it is mostly comes through our consciousness in dream state and enlightened state, so meditation. But it also can come through in waking moments where you're getting those like synchronicities, okay, that you're tapping into. The third Kundalini center is your neural mind. This is inner knowing. This is intuitive guidance. Okay, this is often tapped into, following your gut instinct. The fourth Kundalini center is the negative mind, the ego, the toddler in the primal brain, the limbic brain, okay, that's trying to control you to eat things, to reproduce, to run from scary things, right, and to rest as needed. The fifth Kundalini center is the physical body, okay? It's actually the manifestation of what you're creating within your physical being. The sixth Kundalini center we call the arc line, okay? This is that third line balancing with the astral plane, okay? So it is the third line tapping into that astral plane of existence where there is no time dimension reality, okay? The seventh Kundalini center is your aura, which, as you know, is many layers, okay? From the protective microbiota that is on our body, that is part of your aura, okay? That, if we could look at ourselves through a microscope all the time, you would see that we all walk around the world like Pigpen, okay? We have probably as much microbiota on the outside of our body as we have on the inside of our body, okay? And so that's why this has been very hard for people to go through this pandemic, is because as you walk past people, as you hug people, as you are going through all of these actions of the day, you are interchanging microbiota, keeping this diversity to really keep doing the work, right, through your auric centers. And all the other layers build out to come in and support that layer. Now, you can also think of that microbiota layer is like your EMF shield. Okay, so if you are very sensitive to EMFs, I've been told that it really has to do with your ability to receive, okay, and probably the state of being of your microbiota on the skin, which is very much related to the microbiota in the body. I talk a bit about that in probably both of these books, but we have our whole body is filled inside and out with tiny aliens, okay? And they pretty much run the show, just in case you're wondering. All right. They are the ones feeding the tiny toddler in your brain, that little ego. The eighth center is your pranic body. This is your heart chakra. This is your lungs. This is breathing and movement of life force, that we get through breathing, okay, to move what the heart center is getting from the pink heart center, right, to the green heart center, moving that life force throughout the body, all right? Polyphenols are really important for this. Subtle body, the 9th center, okay? This is the energy you engage with to create reality, all right? The reality that you see is all created from that 9th subtle body, Kundalini energetic plane. The 10th plane is the radiant body, okay? This is where we are tapping into sound, okay, and light. These are the frequencies. This is why PEMF. This is why sound bowls. This is why Rife. Okay, this is why just speaking your truth. This is why all of that, like red light, okay, infrared, all of that is working on that radiant body plane. Now, the 11th plane is the lower realm. That's our connection to spirit animal guides, ancestors, our DNA, Pachamama, okay? Our 12th plane is the upper realm. That is our connection to higher self, to angels, to our soul contracts, to our Akashic records. And then the 13th plane, where everything comes together and triangulates into this, what we call, I should say we, me and spirit, is the life container, okay? This is the vessel of matter that you have created with all of these planes of existence, okay, that contains and creates all of who you are in the moment right now. All right, and so what I'm going to be doing on the Soul Path readings this week is I am going to be going through each of these different planes, okay, and getting advice for you from Spirit. Okay, so for the collective, let's go ahead, all right, and let's pull some really quick energy here. All right. Okay, for the physical body, all right, thank you. Okay, for the chakras. Okay, thank you. For the chakras, thank you. Okay, for the nadis. For the nadis, thank you. For the meridians. For the meridians, thank you. For the aura. Thank you. And for your Kundalini container. Okay. Thank you. Bottom of the deck here. Okay, again, eternal child, right? There is the light shining from the sun. There is all of those beautiful chakra colors, the stardust, the rainbows, the inner child, the illumination. There's a lot of very beautiful energy coming up through that. Okay. Okay, so for your body, okay, so above, so below. We are in balance, right? The inside, the outside, the mind and the body, the planets, the food, the nutrients. It's all a balance, okay? And it's important that you don't forget that balance, okay? Yeah, okay, you do have a higher perception aligned to your intuition about, okay, what your body wants, needs, and desires. Bottom of the deck, okay, what's underlying it all is that you are transforming. That's why you're here watching this message, okay? Yeah, you're tapping into your galactic self here, okay? Your body is tapping into the broken apart parts of you that are really far in the future, but they are also here in the now, and that's a very beautiful energy. Okay, For your chakras, I love that the comic came out and there are all the chakras, okay, that we majorly work with. But if you look at the hat, do you see there's like a million like different chakra centers that we don't even know of, and that they're all creating us. And sometimes when we are dealing with our emotional self, we turn into the sad clown, but in truth, right, it's because we're not realizing that we're getting this like chakra energy that's out of balance, okay, right? The phoenix. You understand that dark emotions will come up to the surface, but love will burn it away. Okay, it's feeling unloved, not loving yourself, that creates feelings of shame, blame, and guilt. Okay, bottom of the deck is dream. A lot of this will come up to you in dreams. You will get the communication in dreams. Okay, and it's a cycle that comes, and you have to celebrate it, right? Like, yes, annually you are growing, you are aging, but your body is also completely changing inside all the time, okay? And there are annual life cycles that are a beautiful thing that are actually happening in connection and in conjunction with our chakras. Okay, the nadis, I love that it is the ocean. So above, so below, but it is the truth that is being illuminated through the depths of our emotions. Okay, and so being such a large like amount that we even know of, it's important to know that, you know, things like acupressure and even like just self hugs can really help you, because yeah, it's transforming. But you need to really listen to your emotions, okay? You're walking through the fire of change and transformation. And sometimes the energies from these rush in unexpected, okay? And it happens before you're ready for it. Your body will give you signals. They're reminding me, so my daughter had a major migraine yesterday, but it was funny because she was looking at something afterwards and she was reading like the symptoms of a migraine's going to come, and she was like, yes, 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 right? Like your body was giving her signals, right? And she didn't see it. And so then unexpectedly, boom, migraine, auras. Okay, so the meridians, right, they're telling me that it's the energy that is most impacted by those around us, the energetic messages, the EMF that gets through the RF shield, and the moon cycles, okay, the planets, all right? And this is a contract, a vow that was created, all right, as the universe was created, to keep the energy flow running through the body. And so the meridians really are like the river of life. And it's important to really keep your blood flowing, keep your oxygen flowing, keep your lymphatic system flowing, keep your nervous system flowing, okay, to keep that system flowing, right? You have the power to transform any moment on the path to victory, okay? You have the power to get these systems flowing all the time, right? You can jump around, you can run, you can swim, you can sing, right? You can jump on that vibration plate, you can jump into your sauna blanket. Like there's all these things that you can do, okay? But what happens is it's not in view normally, and we don't think about it, okay, until it overwhelms us emotionally. Okay, and the aura, I love that it's the Aurora Borealis, the mountain, okay, climbing to your highest self, right? Because the aura comes out and expands, expands, expands from inside the mountain to outside the mountain. And it's about seeing what is in that field. I actually did, I did the reading that I'm doing for all of you for myself, because Spirit has me, practice to make sure that I feel comfortable with the readings that they give to me before I do it for you. So I almost always do it. But it was very interesting. I actually journeyed to the Aurora Borealis yesterday because my upper realm was the mountain, and it told me to go back with Mother Spider, who is my animal totem, to the Aurora Borealis to find out what the cosmos is offering me. This is my doorway to success. So, based on this reading, so there's more information for me. This is my doorway, the Aurora Borealis. Okay, my aura is my doorway, right? The aura is our doorway to the meridians, to our life stream, to our energy river. Okay, and when you walk through it, everything will align. Okay, and so I did journey to the Aurora Borealis. And so I want to tell you, I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, but I sat on the edge, okay? Because this is what's very interesting to me. Okay, my very first ever shamanic journey, at the end of it, Mother Spider took me to the edge of her cave. And this is where we were. We were on this, the exit sort of thing of this cave. And on the horizon was the Aurora Borealis, and we just sat there and watched it. And so I was like, okay, now I'm getting chills. All right, so I found it was very interesting that it all comes back to that very first moment. My last journey that I did in the sacred space, after I got kind of like tossed back down off the mountain that I was climbing, that I went back to that exact spot. Okay, so I sat in the ledge with Mother Spider and I asked, why am I waiting for the Aurora Borealis? She said, it is the most amazing energy you will ever experience. So I waited. Eventually the storm came and it was dark. It tried to take me. It actually came and kind of wrapped around my head. My angel, right? Tried to take me. But I was not going to leave this time. I was not going to let it overcome me. I waited. Eventually, the first light that came was the green aura. Okay? It was calm, smooth, light. Then the white aura, right? That was the being. And I've talked in some of the other energetic conversations about the white fire, okay, that it was like being hit by lightning. Then came in Aurora Borealis, and I felt loved through every lifetime, every existence, every reality, every dimension. And I finally came to this life in the soul space, where we all came from, which is not planetary, but it is like an entire existence that the only way I can explain it was like the entire space was like water. And I think that's amazing because then I read, it was something I have saved on my phone that popped up, and I went back and looked at it, and it talked about how, like, even into this world, we are replicating our energy of coming from the soul space to here, okay? Because we start our 3D life with that whoosh of water. We start in the womb in water, and then we whoosh out of the water into our life, and that is a replication of our energy of coming from the soul space into here where we created our reality. And so we were like, the only way to explain it is we were like mer people, okay? We were like fetuses. We were asked if we wanted, myself and my divine partner, we were asked if we wanted to see the sun above the water. To experience life is very different beings. My divine masculine accepted almost immediately. Adventurer, okay? And every cell in my divine masculine's being, I could see shaking and shuddering, and then like went through this portal. And so I said it was as if he was being like molecularly shaken apart, right? So he could be put back together in the way that would work, right, for this reality. And then he was gone. And so, of course, I followed, right? That is what the divine feminine has done, at least in my existence, from the soul space, right? We have chosen, if you are in this reality as a divine feminine, whether you're male or female, does not matter, you chose to follow the masculine, okay? So I followed. On the other side was heaven. And heaven was this paradise that I can't even explain the energy that I felt, but we were in the oceans of heaven. And we both brought our heads up above the water and we saw the sunrise. And it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. We were invited to do more, so we accepted and we went through the portal into lives, okay? Eventually, I was invited to go within his essence of energy, and I did. And it was the most amazing energy that I've ever experienced, because the energy was the Aurora Borealis, okay? It was part swimming, part ecstasy, part chaos, part demon, part angelic, part stardust, part collapsing stars. And when I worked through to the point that I was one with the Aurora Borealis, fully integrated with my counterpart, I was slowly released, and then I reciprocated, right? And that is what I've been told is actually the process for divine union, okay? Is that the feminine has to get to the point where they allow themselves to fully be the masculine. And then the masculine will come in and be fully in the feminine to have the rebirth, okay? So, right, and look, bottom of the deck, journey, okay? This is the journey. We are all in a way journeying to that Aurora Borealis, right? And so you're ready to, when you're ready to share your energetic being with the story you've created, whether it is the divine feminine surrendering to the divine masculine to be the divine masculine, or the divine masculine surrendering now to the divine feminine to be rebirthed, right? That is when everything happens, right? Resurgence. That's when you have the second chance, okay, at being together. And second chance, third chance, 12th chance, 5,000th chance, okay, within all of these lives that you've lived. All right. Yeah. Okay. But don't let, all right, don't let your hidden emotions, your fear, become trickery and deceive you from the fact that this is all real. Okay. Most of this can be found in research of science. Okay. And the Kundalini, right? What do we call the Kundalini? And look what came out. the flame, right? When your Kundalini is being activated, and you may feel this during your readings this week, you may feel that fire from within. And because it is so attached, okay, and connected and stimulating to the vagus nerve, you may feel it up your spine, okay? But that's technically the vagus nerve that you're feeling, that rising fire, okay? And not actually, that is not your Kundalini, but that is activating your vagus nerve, okay? And it is the coming together of all of these planes into your life container. Yeah, it's funny. They just left these on the here, right? Okay. Deception, stagnation. Again, they really want to iterate. Do not disbelieve any of this. If you disbelieve this, you're not ready for it. Okay? As simple as that. Now, the Kundalini, again, right, is attached to all of these different things, but it's attached to our past. It's attached to our divine energies that are keys to our understanding our present, understanding the flow of this alchemical energy that we are. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's in understanding the process of life and the stardust and the alchemy of all of it, right? And letting that bloom. Okay. So, I hope you guys really love your soul path readings this week. And I was just in awe of the energy that it offered to me. And now I'm getting that little, like, key energy. I might do extended videos this week. I'm hoping that Spirit will guide me to have the time for that, because I would like to do a Kundalini extended video for your person so that you can understand it better, because it was when I was doing my Divine Counterpart reading, the very first card that came out of that soul body was self, and it was showing me, the very first one was showing me that everything was coming back to the Aurora Borealis. Everything was that energy. And there's something very spiritual, okay, about this. I may have written something down that they gave me. Let me see. Okay, so did I put this down or not? I don't think I did, but because I didn't write down their journey. I just wanted to understand mine a little bit more through the mirror energy. But really consider the spiritual energies of what people believe. Many different indigenous people and nomadic tribes, and what they believed about the Aurora Borealis being spirit, God energy, okay? And it is a very special energy. I've decided I will go on a journey when all of this is over, to actually, in this reality, see the Aurora Borealis. But it is the tap into everything, is just being open to receive that energy. And I think it's funny that right now, like in Seattle, this year the way it's been is we've actually had Aurora Borealis here. And so there's something very special and very sacred about that synchronicity, that alignment, and this information coming out to you. So I hope you guys love this. Please click like, please comment down below. Please share this video, get it out there, get the channel moving, help with the flow of that, and enjoy your readings this week. Okay? Much love. Bye.